What's up, YouTube? My name's Kyle with Opinicus Holdings. I'm back with another trade recap here. We've got the on-demand account brought up through Thinkorswim, part of TD Ameritrade's broker platform. Basically, I wanted to talk about the H pattern, the classic H pattern. It's not widely known from what I've researched, but I also know it is called a dead cat bounce. I like to think of it as an H pattern, kind of similar to what we see on Netflix here. You've got, basically, think about the long leg down as forming one side of the H, and then you've got the bounce up and the other kind of arch of the H there. So this pattern right here is known as the H pattern. It can be beneficial if you use it properly to make a good deal of money purchasing puts. Again, we're talking about options contracts here. So I did place a trade a few days ago on this actual pattern recognition. I just kind of wanted to go over what I saw here. It was on Netflix, so that's what we're going to be looking at. I am going to fast forward a little bit. We're looking at the 2-minute chart here. I don't have any studies brought up or anything like that. I'm just going off of purely technical analysis and pattern recognition. So we see Netflix kind of starts out a little weak. It tries to bounce back and get above that 200 level. I'm going to fast forward a little more. See what we've got going on here. So it does bounce a little bit. Retakes that $200 price level. At this point, I was just kind of watching the action. I wanted to see if it was going to overtake this level right here, right around here, where you see the pre-market kind of action there. And it looks like it wasn't going to. So I'm going to fast forward again here. Each fast forward is about 10 minutes. So we're looking at 7 a.m. Pacific time on November 7th. And the market's been open about half an hour here. Just kind of watching the action. I kind of expected a little bounce right here because this is where we had a previous low of the day. However, you'll see, fast forward another 10 minutes here, that did not happen. So this is where I become really curious as to what's going to happen. I'm not interested in placing a trade yet on this Netflix. I'm just kind of watching the action. At this point, I was feeling that it was too late to get into puts because we could see reversal at this level, prior day low. So like I said, I'm just kind of watching. I'm going to fast forward another 10 minutes here. We see it going lower and lower. Again, I'm not looking to enter calls or puts yet until we see a confirmation of either reversal or confirmation that it's going to go lower. Again, calls, we purchase calls when we think the stock is going to go up, and we purchase puts when we think the stock is going to go down. Now let's fast forward a little more. We see it really legging down here. It came down and touched this 197 level. So 197 is a whole dollar mark. I am going to put a line there because that's kind of an interesting mark for Netflix to potentially turn around. So I'll draw a line there. And I am going to, we're already fast forward. So I'm going to skip ahead another 10 minutes. So at this point, I'm looking at the chart. We're on the 2-minute chart. To me, this action does not look like a clear sign of reversal. I've got no indication of any candlestick pattern that it is reversing, with the exception of it bouncing off of this whole dollar mark at 197. Now let's look at the 3-minute chart and see if maybe that changes. So again, we don't really have a clear indication via the candlesticks that this has reversed, and we can see that it is coming back down. Now we do see this long arm down here from the 240 cent level all the way down to 197. Now, like I mentioned earlier, this is kind of, in my opinion, forming part of an H here, especially with this little bounce off the 197. So I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen. I'm going to slow it down back into normal time. I want to look at the 5-minute chart. And again, this particular candle, this low candle, to me does not, it has a really long wick that does not indicate a sign of reversal, in my opinion. I would not place a trade for calls here thinking that the stock was going to go back up based on this candle. So I sit patiently and I wait and go back to the 2-minute chart to kind of see what we have. At this point, I'm thinking that it's going to come back down to this 197 level. That is an important level now. It's either going to break 197 and go lower, or it's going to bounce off of 197. Either way, I want the move around 197 to have some conviction behind it. I want it to be a strong move. That's what I'm looking for. Just kind of patiently waiting here on this Netflix. As we wait, I will just remind you guys, if you're interested in learning about this kind of thing, or you're interested in receiving live trade alerts about when I see these things, check out our website. I'll put the link in the description. We do offer a 10-day free trial for our alert service and our think tank, which is basically an area for traders to discuss trading ideas as they're happening, or future trading ideas. Basically anything related to trading, charts, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, leaps, options pricing, anything like that. 10-day free trial. So I'm going to fast forward again here. Now again, we're looking for Netflix to come down to this 197. That I'm going to execute a trade at the 197 level, not before, because I have a plan here. And when you're trading, it's important to stick to your plan, not let emotion get into it or anything like that. That is what makes you successful in the market. Let's kind of see what happens. See, this is very weak price action, in my opinion. We're not making a strong move upward. So more than likely, we're going to continue to drop here. At this point in time, during the actual day, I was pointing this out in the chat room, saying that Netflix is forming the H pattern, which is a pattern that a lot of us use and rely on for purchasing puts or confirming reversal. Again, this can also be known as the dead cat bounce. I don't like that term as much. In my opinion, calling it the H pattern gives a much better visual. You have a very strong move downward. It bounces off of a key level, but the bounce can't hold, so it comes back down after that. So I'm going to be looking, we're getting closer to this 197 level. Kind of just watching here. Some would say this is even forming a bear flag. You've got the flag, and bear flag is always upside down. So you've got the flagpole here, this long, here's the pole, and then you've got your flag kind of right here. Now again, this is upside down, but if it was right side up, you could imagine that as a flag. We do teach all of these methods and all of this analysis in our video course lessons. It's a self-paced kind of instructional videos that you can, like I said, watch at your own pace, unlimited access, and it gives you 1 month free of our subscription service as well. Very beginner friendly for options trading. All right, we're getting lower, about 40 cents away from that 197 level. I don't want to fast forward here because I think we might, or excuse me, skip ahead here because I think we might miss the move. Just kind of want to wait and see what happens.